So we were talking about the intensity of the dirt track. All right, we're on take 2. Me and Phones, we don't like. But anyway, we're talking about the intensity, mate. So the intensity is not like the motocross, but the intensity at Curry, because it's 4 laps, it's sprinting, 12 riders, one line into the first corner. It's pretty full on.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It is pretty full on.
And it's a little bit. It's quite slippery, that shale. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not 100% full dirt tracker, so I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really tell if my tyres too much air or.
Bit more experience. When you get more experience.
If I do more of it, like I've only rode at Summersby. I've done that Central Coast Cup. I didn't mind that track.
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't mind the bumps down into the back turn. A lot of dirt trackers didn't like that, but
they would go around them. They find the smooth line.
I enjoyed them. That was kind of helped me brake a little bit.
Yeah, find the smooth line. I know at Curry, and I had that ride I had there the other day, but if you can get into that first corner really early and crack it before the apex, and go across the apex and get a really good line coming. But that fence line's good. I don't mind that. You just bounce off the fence. And you can even run the momentum all the way around. But
been in a bit of trouble about that back fence.
What, they've cheated you about it?
Yeah, I busted it there a few weeks ago. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we won't go there.
No, but I mean, I found that fence pretty early. When I first went there, I didn't like going near the fences. I was just a bit nervous.
And they're rubber concrete posts too between.
Just going so close to them, but now I'm fine now. I run up alongside them. You know.
Yeah.
On the bottoms,
But it's good to see. It's good to see you having a ride on the dirt track too, because a lot of the riders know who you are.
Yeah.
But it lifts that profile too of the dirt track in the local area.
I feel the junior kids there, and I mean, I enjoy watching all the other kids, and I mean, and riding at Curry, you know, it's slippery, so it's like lakes. I've taken some of kind of how you ride dirt track to lakes. It does help.
Particularly on the open corners.
Yeah, on the open corners. And I just generally just like the change of what I'm doing.
And it's close.
Yeah, it's close.
It's close.
The day's super laid back. It's quick.
Yeah.
The kids get a good ride.
Yeah.
Braxy loves it. So,
Yeah. No, it is a good atmosphere down there for the kids. They'll get in, have a ride, get it done.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, I couldn't. The first race they went there, we parked up there early, and 9:30 rolls around. We're still in the pits. No riders brief yet.
Let's get into it. Let's get into
it. We're on practice already.
Yeah, let's get into it.
2 o'clock and day's done.
I know. Out here at Cessnock, I remember going out at 6 o'clock in the morning, unload.
Yeah.
And then ride the push bike home to pick Dee up in her car, and then drive back out.
Come back,
Yeah. So, but okay, so we've gone with the dirt tracking now, and it's so awesome to see you out there having a ride. It'd be good if Craig could come out and have a skid. You know what I mean? That'd be.
Ralston's going to come out, you reckon?
Bo's coming out too.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Coming out, so
good
because he get out there.
He can throw. He throws a bike around,
Curry,
mate. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that will be good. Would be good. You know, get a couple of local high profile cross discipline would be great. So, okay, towards the end of your motocross career, mate, you're doing a lot of local motocross meetings still, and also doing a lot of coaching and passing on your skills back too as well. So good to see that.
Yeah, I enjoy helping the kids. You know, any given race day, the kids that I do help and know and friends with, I generally help on race day when I can. I try and do most of the clubs. Don't mind doing the East Coast. I'm still competitive.
Oh shit, yeah.
But if I'm tired or I don't get to ride weekend, I'll ride weekends. But if I get tired, off you go. You can have it. I won't fight for it because I got to go work Monday.
Yeah, exactly. That makes a big difference, mate.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So, but Braxy loves it. He's getting into it. So it's good family day, and pretty much just love it. I mean, I probably had more fun than I ever did because I just love it that much, and I do it because I want to do it. And, there's deep. If I don't want to go ride that weekend, I won't go.
Yeah, exactly.
Not because I have to.
Yeah. And mate, coincidentally, straight down the end of your street, that's where I live. A little bit over the bush there. How good have we got it here at Cessnock?
I love this spot. 200 metres and we're in the bush, and
Yeah.
It's good for a quick RV ride, or you know, make a big day of it on the weekend.
Yeah, if you want to go and smash yourself, we've got enough tracks here to smash yourself in an hour, haven't we?
Yeah.
And you come home and you just...
Yeah, the weekends we're not racing, I'll throw a backpack on, me and Brax will have 2 litres of fuel each, and they'll last us a few hours, and off we go.
Off you go.
Off we go, yeah, Camelback.
And I'll look at, because I wasn't allowed to ride in the bush as a kid, but I know the more riders that I'm talking to, particularly through the fast, and I'm seeing that element of growing up riding every day is so important.
Very.
So important.
Since I was old enough to mix my own fuel, I was in the bush.
Yeah.
Teed up with the mates from school, let's go.
Yeah.
Down the street at Westy, and you know, I'd go home, I'd grab the removal trolley, put my drum on there because I was too little to carry it. I'd wheel it up the servo and throw it on the account.
And off you go.
Mix her up, yeah, off I go.
Off you go.
You know, like straight from school, straight in the shed.
Yeah.
Gear up, off I go.
Yeah.
You know, and I teach Brax, you know, we take it easy on the road and stay to one side because we haven't got far to go, but you know, you don't go silly, and even when we ride in the bush, you know, we stay on one side and
teaching him the rules anyway.
Don't go crazy in the bush, you know, on the trails and the road. So
yeah, exactly. Because I missed that as a kid growing up, because I know all my mates used to go out and ride in the bush, but Dad said, "Oh, you got racing bikes, son, you don't ride them in the bush." Yeah. I know when I got my licence, I got a 2T 250, and everyone would look at that now and go, "Oh, what a heap of shit." But you know what? Dennis Woods at Maitland Cycle Centre was such a good sponsor to me during from 1982 right through to 1986. Then we went to Triple M Pro Cycles, but I bought a TT 250 off him, and the moment I had a licence, Dad weren't stopping me riding out the bush, and I would ride that to work. On the way home, we had a motocross track at Woodbury that I grew up with Craig Brown and Philly and all the boys from Woodbury, who I seen at the Corindi down the other week, mate. Great guys. Had so many good times growing up with them. Ray Hollis, Boydie's dad. Yeah. We had a motocross track there, so it was every afternoon. And then I had a little speedway track marked out in the car park, a Twin City Speedway. So I'd take my XD351 out there to shape it and to flatten it down. And then the next day I'd take my TT out there. Yeah, right. But they were my best years because I was on the motorbike every single day, every day. And
I think just riding, you know, rugged stuff like that, you learn so many more skills than
control skills.
Yep. You know, everything's unexpected.
Fitness, hand strength,
all
coordination,
that sort of stuff. You know, and even just riding to and from the tracks now, I can notice a difference in Brax in his skills from riding from home to the tracks. You know, I just listen that he's still there. I used to look back for him all the time, but I don't look back anymore. I can just hear him, and every now and again I look back. But just the overall speed through the bush has picked up as his skills has picked up.
Looks good on the bike, doesn't it? I looked at him in the pits there the weekend at Currama. He's got the position and all. He's just there.
Yes, I'm pretty hard on Brax.
But you have to be too, Diggs.
I'm hard in we're competitive in ourselves. Yeah. Because I want to make him the best that he can be. Yeah. I don't want him to learn all them bad habits and just sit back and watch him, and then it's too late. You can't fix them then. So I won't push him as in you need to go fast, but I push him in you got to ride right and you got to ride safe.
Exactly. Ride right and ride safe. Yeah. And that's, I suppose that takes us into why we actually coach, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? Everyone says, "Oh, we only coach for the dollars." I charge, you charge, we all charge the coach because the amount of hours that we have spent honing our own craft, you can shorten someone's ability to get there so much quicker with the information that we can. Yeah. And it's our liability if something happens with them kids. Yes. That's why we charge. So if you want to, you know, I suppose we can talk about the political side of this all the time. I get pretty fired up with the coaching side of it because when you've got coaches like yourself and Craig, Bo Ralston, myself, when you've got so many quality riders, you've got Solo, you know what I mean? There's Mikkel, so many quality coaches that do the logbook. The logbook shouldn't even be logbook coaching. That should be logbook accreditation. Yes. It is not coaching. Too many people out there think that is coaching. Mm-hmm. So anyway, not to divert too much off the track. So when did you, I suppose, from your full-time racing now, because you've settled down here in Cessnock, you know, bought a lovely house here in the street, and I tell you, you're going to put Chrissy Lights up this year? You've got to do the Chrissy Lights, because I would have thought you would have made a start by now.
I know.
No one's got Christmas lights like Big Z.
I haven't done it. Last year I didn't do it, and it's a massive job.
Massive, mate. You do a top job, like it's incredible.
I don't know. See how I go.
See how you go.
Yeah.
But so you've settled down, bought a house up here, and I see, mate, you work with Dad.
Yeah.
You work with Dad too.
Yeah, taking over the business. So
yeah, good stuff, mate.
still digging holes and filling them in.
Yeah.
All the
Pays the bills.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah, pays the bills. So so you started in the club, just in the club racing scene and winding down. When was that transition from maybe your full-time career to where we are
It
now?
was back in 2010. It was the last round of the motocross at Coolum.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I just had a sore back, and it went into my leg, and the next couple of days I was real sore. Couldn't move that good, and I didn't know what it was. I was going to physio and balance therapy, I went massage, I went chiropractor, went everywhere. Couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
Went and got scanned, and ended up getting scans and everything. And I spoke to one of my mates, Luke Cole. He reached out and said, try chiro. So I checked it out and booked in X-rays, and I ended up doing S1 L5 vertebrae. So I bulged the discs. 68 visit program to the chiro, and he fixed it. I mean, I never wore kidney belt back then. No one ever wore kidney belt, but I have to wear them now.
How do you go with the breathing with them?
No, I don't mind it. Yeah.
I thought I was having a heart attack the weekend with that kidney belt on, and I didn't realise it was just too tight. Maybe it was to pull me fat guts in, because I'm carrying probably 7 kilos more than what I normally do, so you got to hoover in. But
So 68 visit there, and it was over a couple of months, and
so you had 68 visits.
68 visits, and I ended up going a couple of months after that. Every once a week.
Yeah.
I regularly go now just to get a tune up every now and again.
Back in line again.
Yeah. So that kind of done me up for full time stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Jane bought me a bike there probably 12 months later.
Yeah.
Back on.
Back on again.
Back on. So I just got 12 months off. And that was just having the club stuff and the bush and then I just started going to Cessnock and doing all the club rounds. I didn't really bother riding anywhere else. I rode to Cessnock there a few years.
Because there's enough up here to keep you going, isn't there, between Lakes Maitland and Cessnock. But we're going to have a look at this. We're going to have a little break. We'll be back in a minute.